Wow.
Oh. All right.
Wow, that was so amazing, that whole experience.
Wait, which one?
Stopping that show and starting our show.
These headphones are like loose at the bottom, so they like clamp to the top of my head and then do I have a funny shaped head?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have other people have like wider jaws or something? Cause
Probably.
It's, like look at all this woo space.
Well, why else would everything be screwed up for you?
That must be it.
You're deformed.
I'm so deformed. It's a birth defect that I have. Okay.
Yeah.
How's our levels? Are we okay? Are we even on the air?
Yeah, I think.
For real?
Well, I think so.
All right. Welcome, party people. It is Friday once again, and you are listening to 11th Hour Radio with Kristina Stykos and Emily Howe, coming to you live from Royalton Community Radio, WFVRLP 96.5.
What's
that beeping? Did you hear that?
What, I hear a child screaming? Is that what you mean?
That's normal. This is an unnormal beeping.
Where?
It was behind you. It's gone now.
Oh. You mean it was visual or it was auditory?
No, it was auditory.
Wow.
God, I'd forgotten how tickly this microphone is since last week.
At least you can sit back in your chair and enjoy it.
Yes, I can.
As it tickles you. Did you see that 2 for $3 Pepsi sign at the Tunbridge store? 2 for $3.
2 for $3 what? Dollars?
I must say, cents? I didn't quite understand it.
Hours?
I was driving by and I thought, oh, good, 2 for $3. And then I thought about it for a minute. I said, that's not a deal. I don't know. Vermont's kind of funny.
I was just thinking about this the other day, too. You know, the big signs that say, like, buy one, get one, 50% off. Why don't they just say 25% off everything? Is that like the same thing, I think, right?
Well, it just sounds good, buy one and get 4.
So it's just propaganda.
It's just what sounds good. Like
they don't say buy one, get 4. They say buy one, get one, 50% off.
Well, that's so confusing. You just figure it's good.
It is confusing.
You just figure because
but I'm trying to do the math. That means it's just if you average it back out, that means okay, this thing is sticking to my chapstick. This is why we shouldn't put on chapstick.
Well, you shouldn't have applied that chapstick right before
the
show.
But I saw you do it, and it's kind of like yawning. When someone else yawns, you yawn. So when someone else puts on their chapstick, you have to put on your chapstick. Stop putting on your chapstick. Mine has been dropped down into the deep recesses of my purse, and I can't
putting on
get it.
Chapstick.
Well, you don't have the tickly microphone.
Yeah, but I have the stinky foam rubber.
Oh, yeah, you have the tuna fish one.
Yep.
All right, let me just pet my microphone down a little. Doubles as a little pet. Control. Where is your troll collection? I've never seen your troll collection.
Well, you haven't asked me to take it out.
Well,
I have so many toys that you haven't even seen.
maybe that's true, I'm sure, but maybe you should decorate the Christmas tree with trolls this year instead of your hanging babies.
I don't have that many. But actually, if I combine the hanging babies and the trolls...
Trolls kind of are like hanging babies.
They can be if you put the little thread around their neck.
It's so wrong.
Let's have a kind of wrong-sized Christmas. Let's just do it. Dare to be different.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I am so ready for Christmas.
I love Christmas.
Yeah, but I thought about you driving down here. You know why?
No?
Because I passed Howe Lane again.
Well, you probably do most days.
Yeah, I do, and I always think of you. It's not fair. You don't think of me that way because there's no Stykos Lane anywhere.
Well, why don't you make one? Why don't you stick one at the end of your driveway?
It's not the same to have a handwritten sign. You have
You can order real-looking ones on the internet.
No, forget it.
I have a bridge, too.
I don't want to do it.
I have the Howe Bridge. I have Howe Lane. I have... I think in Rutland there's a big Howe building. There's a Howe Library. Yeah.
Are you bragging now?
Yeah, I am.
Did you
Why
take
don't you
that?
just go back to Greece and find all the Stykos things there?
Wow.
Yeah.
Just, I gave you an inch and you took a mile right there.
That's my job.
That's your job. Well, I just wanted to talk about election signage a little bit.
Oh, God. But everything in the world is like 99% political right now.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. You can figure out, you can learn things about your community. For example.
Obviously.
Okay.
What?
You can figure out by looking at the signs who wears the pants in a Republican household. And here's how. Whether or not there's a Trump sign. Right?
Well, yeah, of course.
Because if the woman wears the pants in the household, there's not going to be a Trump sign.
Apparently, there are a few women out there voting for him, which is bizarre to me.
Fairly small
Maybe it's
minority at this point.
Do you get to vote if you're in a mental institution? Because Trump could go there and be doing real well.
Wow, that's a good question.
Is there any point where you get your voting privileges taken away from you? I mean, you can't if you're in jail, or can you?
No, you can't, I don't think.
So if you're in jail, you can't vote?
You're disenfranchised, I believe. But don't quote me.
Well, what if somebody went and like brought a bunch of absentee ballots to like a mental hospital?
Well, what would be the point? They wouldn't be
just votes. I don't know. I'm just asking if you can vote. You can't mentally
just
incompetent.
You can't just get an absentee ballot. You have to get it for someone who's.
Well, you just get the list of the people. I'm just wondering if people who have been deemed mentally unfit for other things, if they can still vote. One would assume yes by the looks of this country, but
the train is coming early. Listen, is that the train?
Yeah, it is.
It's got a funny whistle today.
It's a different driver.
It's different.
It's very different. Maybe it's a different train. Maybe it's not the Amtrak.
Can you believe that
Maybe
we can
it's a
tell
freight train.
we can tell that the sound of the whistle is different? It's higher.
I was going to say it's lower. But my bad ear is toward it, so I don't know.
Here it comes. Everybody hold on. It's going to come by really fast.
It's coming kind of slow, actually.
Don't argue with me about everything.
Well, it's still coming. We've been talking about it for a full minute.
Okay, maybe it's not the train. Maybe it's something else.
No, it's the train, of course.
It's a sick train.
It sounds older. It sounds older and slower. It sounds like a freight train, not the fast little silver Amtrak.
Yeah, something is wrong with the train.
Well, maybe it has the flu. Everyone has the flu. We had the flu. I took John to the doctor's 2 days ago to see if he had pneumonia again. He doesn't. It's just bronchitis.
Ammonia?
Yeah, ammonia. Pneumonia.
That's like saying library. I'm going to the library.
I don't say library.
I used to say that when I was little.
Right, then.
Yeah. I guess brary is hard to say. What is a brary?
A brary?
Listen, I can hear Todd talking on the phone out there.
I know. I was trying to eavesdrop and I stopped listening to what you were saying for a minute.
Wow. Yeah.
Dang it. I don't know what a brary is. We'd have to look it up.
Okay, I have another question for you that's really like burning on my soul. All right.
All right. We better fix this.
Why is there an airbag light in the car? Do you have to put oil in the airbag?
No. I think if it's activated, the light is on, but you can stick like a key into a little slot and deactivate it, I think. No, maybe that's only in trucks.
If it was that easy, then it would not be a good regulation, because if you have to have airbags, and people can just turn them off.
Is the airbag always light on? Or is this a new
in
thing?
In old Subarus, it seems to be.
It probably means that you're supposed to like get a checkup on your airbag. You know, like the check engine light comes on after. I mean, mine just is on all the time because my car's crappy, but I guess they normally, in normal people's cars, they come on when you're supposed to like get a checkup.
Boy, I can hear Todd so loud. Should we tell him to shut up?
No.
He's conducting business for the station. I guess that's okay. We shouldn't complain about it.
No,
but
we shouldn't.
Here's another thing, is that I really would like to give some advice out to hunters, because hunting season has started.
I think it's just bow season right now, though, right? My dad got a deer. My dad got a deer 2 days ago.
I know, but these guys, whether they are bow hunters or not, they start going out there on their ATVs.
Oh yeah, my dad doesn't.
Their
he
cruise.
Just walks.
So I'm driving back County Road, that old road that goes back through, from the top of
from
your
like my
hill,
house to
over to
close,
Chelsea,
getting close to your house.
Yeah, and there's this guy driving an ATV and a couple dogs. He's got a couple dogs, and I pass him, and he just looks at me with this really just not friendly face. So what I want to say to hunters, guys with guns...
Wait, was he dressed like a hunter?
Well, usually they are. He wasn't, but
He's not a hunter.
No, people don't drive around like that if they're not hunting.
No, yes, that's how he walks his dogs.
He does? They run behind his ATV?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When he goes on the main road, he hooks a leash to them from the ATV.
Okay, that's kind of cool. That's completely different than I thought.
Okay, that's fine. Pretend it was like what you
thought.
All
right,
and
pretend it is a guy, and you're a single woman, and you're driving on an obscure back road, which is something that I frequently do.
Yep.
Okay, and you're the guy with the gun rack. Now, when I pass you in my car, and I have to slow down because you're probably in the middle of the road, but you've pulled over just a few inches so that I can get by, would you please smile?
Yeah,
Smile.
I know. You don't actually own the road, guys.
Well, the thing is, they don't realize that single women, when confronted with guys in camo with guns, would like to just have some acknowledgement that they're not
about to be like gutted.
You could put it that way.
Yeah.
So guys, just smile, okay? That's all. Just put us at ease so we can drive by and not be in fear.
I don't know if a smile always puts me at ease either, though.
Depends on the kind of smile.
Because there's like the lecherous smile.
Well, we don't want that. I specifically did not say lecherous smile. Do not give me a lecherous smile.
Men, you should practice your smiles in front of the mirror the way that we poor women do.
Yeah.
Because you have to have the like friendly open smile that doesn't actually convey anything other than friendly openness, and then you have to have the whatever. Women have to patent like 6 different smiles to make sure that we're doing the right thing all the time, which is annoying.
Yeah.
We should just be able to smile in any way we feel like.
Well, women are always trying to sort of deactivate situations. You know, they're always trying to dissemble what's going on to create safety.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot more danger for women out there than there are.
My neighbor who always jogs, we have a lot of hiking and horseback riding trails on our property, and my neighbor down the hill does a big jogging loop every night through. And I was out working on fence posts the other night, and she came through, and I saw she had what looked like an inhaler on her wrist. And I said, "Oh, I didn't know you had asthma," because she's one of my dance ladies too. And she's like, "Oh, I don't. This is mace." And I was like, "Really? You're jogging right here between our 2 properties with mace?" And she was like, "Well, it's hunting season, and like it just feels like guys with guns in the woods is already like
I don't
just
think
a issue waiting to happen."
Yeah, I don't think guys kind of realize how they come across.
No,
really.
Anyway, but it is bow season at the moment. Feels vaguely less.
Not to me. Not when I look at those big mechanical crossbows. I hate those things.
Oh, they're kind of
Not to insult
Robin
anyone,
Hoodie
but
though. I far prefer those to like firearms.
I don't know if I do.
It feels like historically I don't know.
Yeah.
It's how the Native Americans brought down their game.
I know, but we're in a modern age. We're in a modern age, and so
And
these
the tricky
high-tech
thing is,
crossbows kind of disgust
unless you're
me.
a real good shot, there's more chance of an animal suffering with a crossbow than with a... I think. This could be totally misinformation, too. But doesn't it seem that way?
Well, yeah, kind of, because you've got an arrow sticking out of you as opposed to
It seems
a
like
bullet
they run
lodged
farther
in you.
bloody and sad.
Yeah,
Which I'm totally... I don't hunt, and I don't really love it, but my dad's a big hunter, and I would rather... And he would rather, and a lot of the good hunters would rather you drop it instantly dead.
Right. I think that's the goal. It's just
Yeah.
unfortunately not everybody's that good at hunting.
No.
This is the hunting show, I guess.
Oh, God,
Emily.
let's
We're-
stop
we
talking about
guys-
hunting.
I know. I really didn't.
No,
need
my
to.
dad got a deer, but
I-
I don't like it when that happens. But he's happy, and my kids love venison, and they're horribly picky eaters. So I'm like, well, okay, good. They'll eat this for a while, I guess, and it's healthy-ish.
I guess because it's sort of a seasonal thing. So seasonal food is always exciting. If you just ate strawberries when strawberry season was, strawberries would be way more exciting than if you
That's
can get them
true.
all year round.
That's
Although
true.
the ones you can get all year round are pretty tasteless.
I know.
So,
And sometimes under the top layer, they're all moldy, too. That makes me so mad. Because they're expensive. And you bring home one of those plastic baskets of strawberries from Mexico, and they're all moldy.
I don't buy them anymore. I just
Like
don't.
$7 worth of mold.
Yeah. $7 worth of mold. Wow.
That's a lot of mold.
Yeah, gosh.
Anyway. You know what, though?
What?
This is the season for?
What?
The season for itchy red foreheads because your wool hat. Does your forehead just feel wicked itchy when you start wearing hats again? I'm
No.
always rubbing my hat on my forehead, and the wool kind of makes my forehead all red and itchy.
Nope, don't have that problem.
Well, maybe your hat's not wool.
I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's some synthetic fiber.
Well, I think I just have a very sensitive forehead.
That's a good thing.
Well, the sensitivity doesn't go any deeper than the skin. It's not like that means my brain is sensitive.
No, it's the outward representation of how amazingly intuitive you are. It's showing right on your forehead and into your hat.
Okay.
It's expanding into the universe from there. What?
Bob Dylan. Did you see he won the Nobel Prize
Yes, I
for
did.
literature?
Yes, I
That's
did.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I didn't even know that that was an option for.
Well, I have
singers
two
to
feelings about that. One is that
that.
I respect Bob Dylan. I think he's a good writer, and I think he's a great writer, and so it's very cool. And I think it's good that a songwriter got that, and sort of how they justified it was partly because he was hearkening back to the days of Ovid and classical writers who sang their material.
Right.
So that's cool. But the thing I don't like about it is that I think awards in general are a little dispiriting for many people.
Who don't get them?
Yes.
Yeah. Where's
So-
my Nobel Prize?
Yes, exactly. That's the first thing
You
I
just
thought.
ruined my day. I don't have a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, I don't know. But I also thought about how people in Sweden really like Bob Dylan. And people, I mean, it's
And
not
people
that
in
we
Sweden
don't.
are smart.
We do too, but he's especially popular worldwide. He's one of those American artists who really is.
That's usually a good sign because
he's an icon worldwide, not just in the U.S.
often the world is a bit smarter than we are. So, I don't think that Justin Bieber's too popular maybe in Sweden.
Well, but ABBA.
Maybe he is.
ABBA.
Oh, I like ABBA. We're gonna have
I know
we're
you
gonna have
like
an ABBA
ABBA.
cover band, you and
know.
I. Remember?
I didn't mean to bring up a sore subject, but I'm not going to.
What's sore about it?
Because I'm not going to be in that band. I don't want to be in an ABBA
Why?
cover band.
You look great in sparkly spandex.
You have not seen me in sparkly spandex.
Well, that's just because you don't own any. But
Well, I would actually look pretty good in it.
I know you would. I think you
could
should.
you get me a suit?
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
wear it. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know where I would wear it, but I would.
All right.
Because I like
It's a deal.
sparkles. I'm always looking for sparkly clothing, but I don't even have any.
I've never seen you wear anything with sparkles other than jewelry occasionally.
Well, if I was a performer, I would wear sparkles.
I bet we could take that Carhartt jacket of yours
Yeah.
and bedazzle it.
Whoa, I
know,
would
with
do
those
that.
little-
I would definitely do
Those
that.
little as seen on TV things, so you can you can attach little gems to your clothes.
I want that, and I want the coat made out of feathers. That is I was actually asked Nikki to make me one.
Oh, that's coming probably.
Well, but the last time I asked her in a Facebook message, hey, do you really want to make me this feather coat? And she like completely went around the question and didn't answer it. She was
Probably hard to sew feathers onto things, though. I'm not sure how she would do that. But we totally can bedazzle Carhartt stuff. I think that should be our new business.
What?
Like putting rhinestones on Carhartts.
Do I need another business?
No, and I don't either, but
I don't like to sew.
we could just do it for a night anyway. No, we don't have to sew. It's a gadget. It's a little clamp that you clamp the sparkle on.
Oh, you mean like your button maker?
Yes. It's like a grommet thing.
I love grommets.
You clamp the gem to your clothes. It's a
Oh my
bedazzler. They were
Grommets
very
are
big in the
so
early
great.
90s for like cheerleaders and stuff.
Do you have grommets?
I have grommets. I don't have a bedazzler, but I'm sure someone does.
I want grommets.
I just like the name grommet.
I do too. It reminds me of a Muppet.
It's a dog. It's Wallace and Gromit. You know that the English
Oh, that's it.
that
I knew there was a
cartoon
connection.
guy things.
I love when my brain makes those synapsual connections without me even knowing it. Sort of like a little mischievous elf jumping across the cliff. I don't know.
I don't know why Gromit's named Gromit though. Maybe it is a name in like England.
Grommet. It rhymes with.
I know. I guess
you
you
know-
can't really name your kid that.
Hey, before you launch into some other fascinating topic, I've got to play a track of
Who
music.
says I was going to launch into a fascinating?
Because you're looking at your notebook.
I was just seeing if there was anything
I love that you
fascinating,
have
and
this
there's not
notebook.
really.
You have it's great to see you with a notebook. Even though it's a miniature notebook, it's about like 3 inches by 2. It's still a notebook.
I'm marveling over the weird drawings that we drew last week of creepy.
Of a brain? Was that a
brain-looking things.
brain?
I don't know what that was, but whatever.
Yeah, that's because that actually relates to what I was just talking about, synapses and what are the brain folds called?
Like the little wrinkles? Mm-hmm. Brain wrinkles. I don't know. Sharpay brain. What? I don't know. Is there a name? Wrinkly brain, like pruny. Is your brain just wrinkled because it's wet up there? Like if you dry your brain out, would it just be perfectly smooth?
No, it's like coral.
Oh, why do you think it is like that?
Because our brains are made out of coral. They're ancient.
You're not Catholic, right?
No,
Do you know people who are Catholic?
my father was.
So, okay, I woke up in the middle of the night last night and I said, do just women have rosary beads? I've never seen a Catholic man with rosary beads.
That's an important
And I woke up
burning
John
issue.
and he said, well, I think the Pope has some, but I've never seen, women have them in church, but why don't men? Is it something that's like specific to Catholic women? Or do men just not want to hold beads?
If I'd known you were going to quiz me on this, I would have looked it up.
I was just really curious about this. It woke me up and I couldn't sleep.
Okay, well, during the
some
song,
music.
we're going to figure that out.
Oh, great.
Maybe. Okay.
And then I can sleep again.
All right, so here's a song.
What will this song be?
This is called Fighter. I think it's a David Nail song, and it's sung by a young singer-songwriter named Benjamin Fuller from around here.
Cool. Play it.
Don't think that I don't see the way you struggle, watching me struggle. Don't think that I don't feel you turn away every time I turn away. Please believe that I believe when I'm praying, so right beside me praying for the same thing. You're 5'3", born in Carolina, front pew pretty, Friday night free. Your dashboard singing, little red Corvette, sweet as forgiveness from the moment that we met. Never knew I had a fight. I know when you're silent to silence says more than a scream. And I know when you say that you hate me, it ain't what you mean. When you say that you'll leave, and you'll leave, but only for a while, just a while. You're stubborn and strong, crazy as New Orleans. Your faded blue denim, diamond on the town. My t-shirt in the morning, midnight in my hands. And now you're still here, just don't understand. Never knew I had a fighter. You're 5'3", born in Carolina, still front pew pretty, Friday night free. Your dashboard singing, little red Corvette, sweet as forgiveness from the moment that we met. Never knew I had a fighter. Please believe that I believe when I'm praying, to right beside me praying. Never knew I had a fighter. Never knew I had a fighter.
Wow, that was nice. That was Ben Fuller on playing my guitar.
Oh,
He played my Martin on that. Came out sounding pretty good.
good. I think you don't die from uric poisoning for days, though.
What?
Like, if you hold your pee for I don't think you die until it's like a while. It's like, you don't die if you just hold your pee for a whole day. It's got to be a little longer than that.
Well, thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah. I just didn't want you to worry anymore.
I'm not worried about the next half an hour.
Okay.
Or 45 minutes or
You can
whatever it
go
is.
pee. I can hold the fort down here.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
All right.
I wouldn't.
You can just pee your pants.
Look, I didn't even want to talk about it on the air. Could you just shut up? Man, you're so mean to me today.
I haven't had a good pants
Did you
pee in
just,
for
like-
ages.
Okay, I'm gonna
Last time was
I'm gonna get
I was
back at
holding
you for this.
so many bags of groceries, and I could not get my keys to the door. This was ages ago, but I had to pee so badly, and it was, I didn't fully pee, but it was like real bad. Anyway, whatever.
Thanks for all those details.
You're welcome.
I love it when you go into depth on these topics. So I think it's time for Personal Growth Friday. Since
I was just trying to personally grow.
yeah, I know, but I'd like to change it to a different area of personal growth,
Like not
one that I can
bladder
relate
growth.
to a little better on the radio.
All right, but
Okay, I did happen to notice your post on Facebook explaining that you'd had to unfriend someone.
oh, I did. It was just so bad, and I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks about anything usually.
Well, you want to tell me about it?
Of course, it was a man.
Of course it was. Was it a hunter? Was it a hunter?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't being pissy about them being hunters, though. I was just
Just kidding.
their total disregard for just anyone else's feelings was just absolutely beyond disgusting.
Was it stuff that they were posting on your page on
No,
Facebook, or
no.
just in general?
They were not attacking me. It had nothing to do with me. I was just so sick of watching their stupid
by?
comments pop up on everybody else's pages all the time.
Why did you just? Oh, I see. Because if you you can take them out of your news feed, but that wouldn't take them out of your friends' comment sections.
In my head, I guess I was just trying to make a statement that I'd never unfriended anybody for anything ever.
Really, this was the first
This
time.
is the first
you're sort
time
of
in all of Facebook that I've ever unfriended anybody.
unfriending.
And I just could not watch these stupid, ignorant, arrogant, jerk comments, politically or sexually or anything, constantly popping up everywhere. Even though I still have to see it because there's many mutual friends, I just feel better that
I don't think you see it because I've
eliminated this person.
Well,
They can't do
maybe
that on my stuff anymore.
You can block them.
I might have to.
Because that's when you don't even see their comments anywhere
Yeah.
on anybody else's page.
It just, after the debate, it got so bad that I just couldn't even.
Yeah.
There weren't words.
I
felt so
understand.
much better.
I understand. I had a pretty intense experience the first time I unfriended somebody. Well, I've done it twice, I think.
I usually am just like, whatever, I agree to disagree.
Want to hear my story?
Yes, I do.
No, I wasn't trying to interrupt you because
it's fine.
I love what you're saying about this.
There's
I think it's
just-
really fascinating.
You often can't change people's minds by arguing with them, so I don't argue with people online. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I think if you could make an attempt to have civil discourse with them, and if that isn't really going well, you can just agree to disagree. But to continue on and be rude to people online, I think is such a coward's path.
Absolutely. All right, tell me
my
your story.
situation was that, well, this is kind of creepy. I one of my exes was friends with a couple.
Uh-huh.
And in fact, I was friends with them at first. And, well, the guy, over time, I think
The ex or the couple guy?
the guy in the couple
Okay.
was in love with me. But of
Ew.
course, couldn't act on that. So that love turned into hate. The woman in the couple was in love with my ex. And
This is a very bizarre little...
I know. And so she hated me
Right.
because she didn't have what she wanted. And so it all came to a bad end, and she unfriended me. But here's the creepy part. This is the creepy part that really is most notable. She kept following me on Facebook.
Ew. I have to keep track of that, Kristina Stykos.
Yeah, so I had to go to the far ends of
I think you can make it so people can't
the-
follow you.
the measure.
Right?
Well,
that's the blocking part.
Well, that's the blocking part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she didn't follow you. Maybe she didn't follow you on purpose. You can unfriend somebody unless you click unfollow too.
I would think that might have been the case, except that she's a computer genius.
Oh yeah.
So
then
she knew
forget it.
exactly what
She's
she was
totally
doing.
Following you.
Yeah. So, but you know what? For the most part, I don't want to know who's unfriended me. I don't pay attention to it
Yeah, I don't care
because
either.
your mind tends to give overemphasis to what other people think about you.
Yeah.
And really,
Mine particularly.
it just shouldn't matter that much.
I know. And excuse me. Almost all of my posts are just public anyway.
I just try to be as what do I have to hide, really?
I don't have anything, so it's just there. But
Yeah. You don't like me? That's fine.
Yeah.
We seem to talk about this a lot. Yeah. Oh, God. I love it. I just love it. What?
Happy birthday to my Grammy Sammy today.
Hey, happy birthday, Grammy Sammy.
We're gonna have a picnic tomorrow.
Nice, with
family.
your coveralls.
Well, it'll probably be like an indoor.
Oh, an indoor
kind
picnic.
of thing.
That's
Or like
fun.
I meant potluck, I guess, not picnic. But
I have an actual picnic basket. Would you like to borrow it?
I have a picnic basket.
You do?
I have several picnic baskets.
I do too. I have two.
I have a little stack of them in varying sizes.
That's
I keep
wonderful.
the winter mittens in them, and then the next one up has scarves, and then the smallest one has neck warmers because they don't take as much space up.
Oh, that's interesting.
And the hats take up too much space for picnic basket. They have to be elsewhere.
Oh, well, I have a picnic basket in my cabin for guests who come to stay there. If they want a picnic outside the cabin, they have all their accoutrements.
How's your fall foliage Airbnb?
Oh my
people?
gosh, it's last weekend. Last weekend there were 9 of us. In the house and the cabin, counting all of us.
It's like you're running a deranged summer camp or something.
Right, exactly.
For leaf peepers.
There were some great people though. There was a couple from Holland.
Oh, neat.
Some artists, visual
Did
artists.
they wear little wooden shoes and bring you
Oh yeah, right.
gifts of tulips and windmills?
No, she had a really
Did they like your windmill?
You know what?
What?
You're just like Donald Trump.
Sorry,
You
no.
are so racist, nationalist. What?
What?
You're ethnically stereotyping these people from Holland.
They have really fabulous things there, like cheese.
Oh, is that what it is?
They have amazing cheese. That's where Gouda comes from, I think.
You know, we have great cheese in Vermont, too.
I know, but so do they.
Great. I should have called you and you should have come over and
know.
hung out and asked them about their
Jeez.
wooden shoes. Like, why weren't they wearing their wooden shoes? I mean, what did they think they were doing here in the U.S. without...
All right, sorry. Okay, I'll stop being racist about wooden shoes.
Okay, so anyway, they were in the United States photographing trees. And then I had a professor from Vancouver, and she had come out to the East Coast.
I'm sorry, but there's another train coming.
Now,
What
this is the real
What if they
train.
hit?
This is the real train.
This
The
is
other
the
was
real
a fake train.
The other was like a ghost phantom train.
No, maybe that was the train that fixes the tracks. The first one. You know that train?
That's not a train. That's like a weird little truck thing.
Yeah, but it fixes stuff.
It doesn't have a horn though, like that.
Now that's the horn that
This is the real train.
that I know and love. That is it. That's the one. That's the one that stirs my heart. Stirs my heart. Oh,
we should go and
beating
find
heart.
the train conductor someday and be like, "We're your biggest fans."
Yeah. Well, he knows. That's why he became a train conductor, because he heard the call of the wild.
You think he wears
Here
a
comes.
little hat?
Shh, 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 shh. Wow. Wow. I am so like filled with-
Christina's always in like a weird orgasmic state.
I
After
know. I can't even
Goes
talk.
by.
I can't even talk. Okay,
That's what you should
let's
be
take a deep
doing.
breath.
You know, you should be like, if you do ever like one of those online dating things, you
Yeah.
should be like, only train conductors need apply. for my-
No. You're just I'm
harmony.
letting you go along with that line of thinking, but that's totally not how I think.
Whatever.
No, it's more that it's the romance of the rails. It's not the conductors. They're kind of funny looking with their little hats. I mean, I'm sure they're very good people, but sometimes they're really nice. Down in New York or New Jersey, when you go on the train there, those conductors come by with
I
their
don't
little...
feel like that counts as a train. Are you
What?
talking about like subway train type of things?
Well, the trains that are half subway, like when they go down into Manhattan, they
Those
go
aren't-
underground, so
those
that's
just
kind
don't
of a...
feel like trains anymore. They're like something else. If
Um,
your train goes under the earth at any point,
You don't think of it as a train?
it just cancels out its trainness.
Yeah, I can tell you're from the country.
Well, it's not a train anymore. It's a like a little snake thing. I don't know. The subways don't seem like trains. They're sleek and modern. They're not like choo-choo trains. You know what I mean? Like they're not trains. They don't even run on anything. Like they don't have
You know
smoke,
what?
right? They're like they're electric, aren't they? What are they?
Okay, I just want you to back up and think about the fact that you never go to the city, you never ride subways, and here you are.
Yes, I do, but I don't like them. They don't feel like trains.
Okay, moving right along.
There's no chugging.
So I was telling you about my Airbnb guest.
Yes?
So I had the professor from Vancouver who'd come to the East Coast to travel and reevaluate her life and her future. And
Oh,
so
man, that's a
she,
big-
yeah, but and she was on her way to a 2-week silent Buddhist meditation retreat. So of course she
Never be
stayed
silent for 2 weeks. I can't even be silent for 2 seconds.
No, I know. It was really something. But she did a lot of talking with me, which was great
getting it out of her system.
I need a little socializing. There was a couple from Pennsylvania who were visiting their son at UVM, and they could not find housing in Burlington.
What? They drove all the way from your house to Burlington?
I told them, I warned them. I said it's hard to find my place at night. It's not exactly on the way. Whatever. They came at about 9:30. They were exhausted. They left at 5 a.m. They didn't even see the view. This
That
was
is so sad.
peak
That's
foliage.
the saddest thing ever.
Well, they said that in their, on Airbnb, you have to review your host and vice versa. And they just said, they had a good experience, but they didn't get the view because they came at 9 o'clock at night and left at 5 a.m. And it was dark the whole time. So it's
I find it very hard to believe that there was no place to stay closer to Burlington.
I don't know.
That does not seem right. I mean, not that I don't want them to stay at your house, but that's totally not a thing. There's
Well, you
like
know what?
Super 8 motels between here and there.
Not everybody wants to stay at my house. And let me tell you about my Airbnb guest from 2 days ago.
Uh-oh, what?
So I told her I was going to be at work and that she'd arrive to my house. I wouldn't be there, but I gave her explicit instructions about where everything was and she could let herself in, etc. So, and also that I was going to be out of cell service. So at my job in Barnard, I cannot receive any text messages.
Right.
But on my way home, it was about 5:30. I knew she had already arrived at the house, and my phone starts binging at, as soon as I get into South Royalton, because I pick up the service again. And she's been texting me about the flies in the bathroom.
What flies in the bathroom?
Well, I guess there were a couple. I checked before I left. Yeah, so there were a couple, and she said, she said, I can't sleep here with flies. Maybe there were a couple in the bedroom too. So I said, okay. I texted her back. I said, I'll be home soon, and we'll vacuum the flies. Mm-hmm. And I just mentioned, it's an agricultural area. We're kind of used to flies, but I apologize. Sorry. We'll take care of it. So I get back to the house, and she's gone. She's completely escaped. It was just too much for her.
Did you go check out the flies? Was it like a planet of the flies in there, or were there just a couple flies?
You know what? I didn't go check.
How do you know that they suddenly didn't swarm the bathroom?
Well, it is cluster fly season.
It is. It's true.
And she was from Hong Kong. So
they don't have cluster flies in Hong Kong?
I kind of doubt they have. I mean, this is what I have to deduce, is that there are no cluster flies in Hong Kong.
Weird.
Well, anyway, she kept on texting me how disgusting it was. And
oh my God.
Yeah, from her motel room. And so I just said, look, I'll give you a full refund. So I gave her a full refund.
Did she leave a bad review? I hope not.
I didn't look. I don't care. It's like, I'm a working person and I can't vacuum every fly. I can't guarantee that there's not going to be a fly in your room at my house.
No.
I
Nobody
just
can in this state. I think there's flies everywhere in here. Well, they're not flies. They're those
weird bugs.
The weird bugs. There's
less. The box elder bugs.
That Todd just told us possibly the box elder tree is leaving us, which means no more hanging ball sacks outside our window.
That's right.
After.
Oh, well. I'll have to go find some other sacks. Sad sacks. Ball sacks. Whatever. Okay, it's time for another track of music.
Okay.
And this one's called From Me. I can't remember who this is. It's so weird. I put these tracks on and then
You put them on like 20 minutes ago.
I know. But I will figure it out once it starts playing. I will know who it is. So let's see if we can dial it up.
You might bend me. You're trying to break me down. It's easy to shake me when we're on uneven ground. My spirit's free, yeah. Lord knows you can't take that from me. Lord knows you can't take that from me. You may hurt me, you may hurt. We're trying to make things right. It's easy to hate me, it's easy to hate. You got nothing left to fight. My soul is free, yeah. Lord knows you can't take that from me, yeah. Lord knows you can't speak no other truth. It's easy to believe you. Seek no other proof. My heart is free. Lord, Lord, no, you can't take that from me. Oh Lord, you can't take that from me. Oh Lord.
Okay, that was Erin McDermott. My buddy.
Cool.
She's pretty darn good.
My buddy was a doll that was introduced in the 80s, and it was supposed to be life-size, but it's not really.
What, there was a doll named My Buddy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
My Buddy?
And the theme song goes like this. My buddy, wherever he goes. Wherever I go, he goes. My buddy, and me.
For girls?
No, there's a girl one and a boy one.
What was the girl's name?
My buddy as well. Whatever. They just
I missed all that.
I think it was my buddy. My sister had the boy one. It was creepy. It was like from one of those horror movie dolls because it looked kind of real, but
Yeah, dolls are just bad.
I
Bad
never
news.
liked dolls. I only like stuffed animals.
Me too.
I still like stuffed animals a lot.
I mean, you had to have a token Barbie. I did have one, at least to take the legs off it.
Yeah, we had Barbies, but not like I didn't have baby dolls. Like I didn't
Yeah.
hold and rock baby dolls.
I only had
that was
one.
animals always.
I just got one. I remember one. Kissy.
Oh, when I was really tiny, I had Honey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kissy.
Want a spelling word or two?
All right, let me get my pen.
Okay.
But I don't know how good I'll be about spelling today. All right, go ahead.
Misogyny. Sorry, evil laugh. I couldn't spell it. I mean, I picked ones that I couldn't spell. That's why I give them to you.
It's MYS.
I want to bond with you over not being able to spell the same words.
MYSOGENY?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not right, but where am I?
You want to skip ahead to the next one?
Well, just tell me how to spell it for real first.
Oh, you want me to tell you now?
Yeah.
You're done already? That's it? That's how much of an effort you're going to make? Okay, I'm going to give you a clue.
I should know how to spell
I'm
this
gonna give you
word.
a clue.
This is an important word.
Here's the clue.
What?
Fermented soybean paste.
That is a clue, like,
No, that is such a huge clue.
Fermented soybean paste is a clue?
Yeah, what is another word for fermented soybean paste?
What?
Come on, miso.
Oh, it's not a Y? Are you sure?
Don't say I never did anything for you.
Oh my God. I think this
Got
word
it?
or read this word like
Okay.
20 times a day, but
Spell it.
so it's MISOGENY? Really?
Close. One letter is off.
What? Where?
Gyny. Gyni.
I knew there was a Y. I knew there was a Y in there somewhere.
Misogyni.
Oh my God. All right, just give me a different word.
Okay, where's the other one?
This is a bad word anyway.
Okay, here's a good one. You'll get this in a flash.
Yeah, no, probably
Fluorescent.
not. Oh, okay.
Really? You know how to spell that one? I didn't have a clue.
No, I probably don't.
It totally I still couldn't spell it even looking at it. It doesn't look right. Okay? What do you say?
I've got it wrong. I've got like FLURE and then like
Ooh, you're onto something though. You're actually onto
SCENT,
something.
but it's not right.
I think you have a higher IQ than I do. Honestly.
I actually have a high IQ, but I can't freaking spell. So, all right, spell it for real.
Okay, FLUOR.
Oh, damn it.
Fluorescent.
All right, so I just left out the O. That's poopy.
That was pretty good, though. I mean, they stumped me.
Nice.
Now I feel like we're bonding because neither of us could spell those. So people, if you need to bond with somebody, just find words you can't spell
People
together.
can't spell anymore anyway. Nobody can. It's fine. My toaster is broken. Like, I pushed the little handle down and it just fell off. Just fell off.
Uh-oh. That's another way to electrocute yourself, probably.
I know. The dryer's also broken. It's like every heating appliance suddenly decided they weren't going to work anymore.
Thank God you have a wood stove.
We haven't even started it once yet this year.
What?
We've used the oil furnace a couple times.
Oh,
but
okay. Well, I'm glad you've
no,
had
there's
some
been
heat.
no wood heat happening yet.
I've
We
been
still have
using
all the
my
wood
stove
to get in.
every day.
But it's sort of like a rebellion against the cold weather. Like anything that heats something in my house is broken right now.
Yeah.
Very
Wow. Got to
uncool when
correct
your little
that.
toaster handle just falls off in your hand, though, and all you want was a damn piece of toast.
You should always have the backup camper toaster like I do. And
Well, we
mine's...
have an electric stove, so like
No, that would still work. It's the camper toaster.
But the camper toaster, I think, has to be over a flame, doesn't it?
No, the camper toaster can work with any heat source. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work on an
I
electric
don't know.
stove.
I've used them. We used to use them on a propane stove.
I'll give you my extra. I have an extra.
Well, we have one somewhere. Where is it? Probably in the attic.
We'll get it out. You
All right,
can't
all
live
right.
without toast.
I know. You can actually make toast in the oven if you need to as well. It's just kind of like silly.
Silly. Oh, maybe you can help me with this problem I'm having. I have caller ID, thank goodness.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But I keep getting calls from somebody named Gop VT. So I
Do not answer the phone is all I can tell you.
Yeah, I don't know why they're calling me. I really don't.
We have somewhere at a yard sale or something, my littlest boy Ira found this giant corduroy homemade elephant that's almost as big as he is. And he wanted to buy it. And it had, you know how circus elephants sometimes wear those little fringy blankets on their backs that the circus performers ride on?
Yeah.
So it had one of those on it, and he just really liked it, and it was like $1 or something, so we bought it. And then we turn it around, and it says GOP on it. He calls it GOP, but it's somebody's homemade like
Nice.
Republican
The Grand Old Party.
elephant.
Do you ever think that's what that means? Grand Old Party?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I think
I'm
about it
sadly
all
married
the time.
to a poli-sci major, so
I see.
it comes up occasionally.
Yeah, I see.
But Gop is a very nice elephant. He just is. And it's not his fault that his name is Gop.
Of course it's not. Of course it's not his fault.
What a disservice this country's done to elephants.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I was thinking about that just the other day. Yeah.
Who picked those? Who picked those animals to represent?
Let's fix it.
Very odd. Okay, not to get into local politics.
No, we
but
have to.
Those Bob Bradier signs, I swear to God, I know they're supposed to be set up like the old-fashioned Burma shave signs, so they make a little, you know, you drive past 4 of them and they're supposed to
Yep.
make sense. But I swear somebody just pulled these out of their basement in random order and stuck them up because they don't make sense forward or backwards.
No, and it's 4 opportunities to go off the road.
At first I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. I don't like that guy, but that's a neat idea. I used to love the idea of those sort of Burma shave signs. Great, good.
Yeah.
And
They-
I was
they
reading
don't-
them and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Elderly housing, peanut butter. Like it just doesn't. Like they don't. For real, they don't make any sense.
I know.
They-
And here's what doesn't make
and
sense
I'm
to
like,
me.
oh, maybe I'm reading them backwards. No.
And if it's a rigged system, like what's his name is always talking about, it's a rigged system. Well, saying let's fix it isn't exactly gonna have good effect.
Oh, God.
Right?
Maybe someone just went out there and like juggled them all around once he put them up. But I really, if he was trying to create sentences that made sense,
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't.
No,
He
I don't-
didn't. I'm sorry. And I can't even spell, so I'm not like a person to really.
No, he's just trying to irritate people. Because if we all get irritated, then we'll, vote irrationally. Right?
I guess so.
Hey, I wanted to tell you, I finally figured out why they named Fisher cats. Nobody knows this.
Ooh, why?
But I got this information off the internet from a website of a Vermont guide, John Barnes.
What's the What's the reasoning?
This
Do
is
they
what
fish?
this is what John says. He says, quote, "They look a bit like a house cat and they generally travel along stream beds, so they were believed to kill fish. Travel on a stream bed is easier in winter and a good location for voles and mice, which is their main diet." I just wanted to tell you because, we're always thinking about fish or cats.
Yes, we've had them crossing our driveway, so I do not let my kittens outside anymore.
That's it.
You think they wouldn't kill cats since they are cats? Sort of
No,
cannibalistic.
but cats fight. Cats are always
Right, but
fighting.
they actually go
Cats
and
are-
kill and eat the cats.
I know. I happen to know that.
Cats,
Happen-
house cats don't kill and eat each other.
They would if they could, believe me.
Maybe your cats might,
Yeah,
but
they might. Hey, I went to Dan and Witt's yesterday. I think everybody should go there once a year at
I
least.
love Dan and Witt's.
Just mandatory. And I was looking for a copy of Upper Valley Image magazine because I'm still trying to get a copy to give to
Oh,
my...
you can have mine if you want.
Well, sure. No, you need a copy for your records. You should always keep a copy
All right.
of an article you wrote. But that article that you wrote about me with the pictures, I thought my mother would really like it. So I've been running around the Upper Valley trying to find a copy of it. So, and I haven't. Just so people know, I
No, you can
can't
just
find
write
any.
to the magazine and get one.
I know. I was
or
trying to
email them.
avoid doing that. So, geez, it makes much more sense to waste all the gas driving around to these
That's
places
true.
that don't have it.
That's true. Or
But-
you know what? I think Jack gets a big stack of them all the time.
Oh,
too.
that's a thought. Well, the Norwich bookstore didn't have it, and then so I went into Dan and Witt's because she thought maybe they'd have it there. They had the 2015-16 winter issue. They had the spring issue from 2016. They did not have the summer or the fall issue.
Well-
But I'm just going to say this is nothing against Dan and Witt's because they had everything else. I mean, they didn't have the magazine, but they had something that I was looking for, which was wide mouth jar rubbers with tabs.
Oh, yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, what's their catchphrase? Like, if they don't have it, you don't need it. So maybe you don't need the magazine, I guess.
Maybe.
According to
I
them.
could have gotten Aladdin lamp parts there,
Oh,
or wooden fence stakes.
I think I have to sneeze, but it's like coming in a little while.
Okay, I can wait.
It may be
can
passing.
wait.
It's passing.
It's worth waiting for.
It's passing. It's okay.
It's almost time to get off the air.
What?
Look. Wait a minute.
It's almost Halloween.
Yeah, well, we have to get off the air before Halloween.
What am I gonna be? What are you gonna be?
I hate dressing up. I'm not dressing
Come
up.
on.
No, I hate it. It's not my holiday. It's just not. It's not one that I care for.
Well, it's fun to be something else.
No, I hate that. The world is divided into two different types of people: the people who like to dress up in costumes and people who don't.
But
That's
you
it.
like. What if it's sparkly?
Well, if I could have a feather coat, that's different.
All right.
I'm not dressing up.
All right.
That's just how I don't know. It's an artistic expression.
okay.
Anyway, we got to get off the air. I'm going to dial up a song. So, would you like to say something? Final last words?
Final last words. You guys have been listening to us,
Us!
Christina and Emily,
Us.
11th Hour Radio, WFER LP, South Royalton Community Radio, and we'll be back next Friday. Christina's going to play one of her tracks, I think. What is it?
Yeah, Last Cup of Love.
Super. We'll
Anyway,
see you guys.
thanks
next
for
week.
listening. We really appreciate it. Find us on iTunes. I'm on the fly. I got the need to do it. Riding to Cheticamp tonight, ahead of the rain. Up where the sand road disappears, out where the oceans are crashing, where all the old ones are buried with their crosses and their ashes. It's a tired, rugged road and a flagon for the asking. It's a hearth filled with coals and a heart everlasting. It's a rough hand of fate that's dealt without warning. It's a last cup of love and your smile in the morning.
You laugh to see such flowers. The last day of September, the coastal sweeps were all abloom that day. I still remember we took the path above the cove as golden day was dying, and in the hollow glowing grass released ourselves to kindness. It's a tired rugged road and a flagon for the asking. It's a hearth filled with coals and a heart everlasting. It's the rough hand of fate that's dealt without warning. It's the last cup of love and your smile in the morning. Now in the sky, open like kites to the breeze's winged love's cry. And in my heart I receive them now in the first drops of water. Under my God's darkest cloud, I will raise myself unbroken and call your name out loud. It's a tired, rugged road and a flagon for the asking. It's a hearth filled with coals and a heart everlasting. It's a rough hand of fate that's dealt without warning. It's the last cup of love and your smile in the morning.